Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm making a very special dish, Paneer Yakni, a creamy and flavorful Kashmiri-style curry that is rich, aromatic, and full of comforting flavors. This recipe has several steps, and each one adds a unique touch to the final dish. Step 1. Homemade Yakni Masala. Let's begin by preparing the masala. In a pan, I add 1 spoon of cumin seeds, 1 spoon of fennel seeds, 1 spoon of coriander seeds, 2 dry red chilies, 3 to 4 cardamoms, and 2 to 3 small pieces of cinnamon. Roast everything gently on a low flame. The key here is patience, don't overheat. Slowly, the moisture disappears and the spices release a warm, earthy aroma. Once roasted, let the mixture cool completely. Then, transfer it to a mixer jar and grind lightly. Remember, don't overgrind, or the masala will turn reddish in color. Just pulse it a little, and it's ready. This freshly ground masala is the soul of our yakni. It gives the curry its authentic flavor and fragrance. Step 2. Prepare the curd base. In a bowl, I take some fresh curd and whisk it well until it becomes smooth and creamy. Whisking is very important. It removes any lumps and ensures that the curd blends easily into the gravy. If this step is skipped, the curd may split while cooking, and the texture of the yakni won't be smooth. Once it's whisked to perfection, I cover it and keep it aside. Step 3. Preparing the paste. Earlier, I had soaked about 10 to 15 cashews in water. In a mixer jar, I add these soaked cashews along with 4 to 5 pieces of paneer. I pour in a little water and grind it into a smooth, silky paste. This paste adds richness, thickness, and a beautiful creamy texture to our yakni. Once it's ready, I keep it aside until it's time to combine everything. Step 4. Preparing the paneer. I cut about 200 grams of paneer into small cube-sized pieces. In a pan, I add 2 spoons of oil and heat it gently. Once the oil is ready, I add the paneer cubes. Cooking them on a low flame is very important. If you cook paneer on a high flame, it can turn rubbery and hard. But on a low flame, it develops a light golden color on the outside while staying soft and moist on the inside. I stir them gently, making sure all the sides cook evenly. After a few minutes, when the paneer turns slightly golden, I add a splash of water. This trick makes the paneer smoother and helps it stay soft when mixed into the gravy. Then, I switch off the flame and keep the paneer aside. Step 5. Final preparation. Now comes the most exciting part, bringing everything together. In a fresh pan, I add 2 spoons of oil. Once it's warm, I add 2 bay leaves and a spoon of ginger garlic paste. On a low flame, I saute until the paste releases its aroma. Next, I add the paneer cashew paste we made earlier and mix it well. To avoid any waste, I pour a little water into the same jar, swirl it, and add it to the pan. Stirring slowly on low flame, the paste turns smooth and creamy. Then, I gently add the whisked curd base. This step requires patience. Mix slowly and continuously so the curd blends without splitting. Once it's combined, I add in the roasted paneer cubes, followed by the freshly ground masala and 1 spoon of salt. Everything is mixed well, and then I cover the pan to let it simmer on a gentle flame. Meanwhile, in another pan, I prepare the vegetables. I add 1 chopped onion, 1 chopped bell pepper, and 1 chopped tomato. I saute them nicely until they turn soft and lightly golden. These vegetables add freshness and balance to the creamy gravy. Once ready, I add them into the main yakni pan and mix everything together. At this stage, if you like, you can add 1 spoon of tea and a pinch of sugar. This step is optional, but it enhances the richness and gives the curry a slight sweetness that balances the spices. I let everything cook until the curry comes to a gentle boil and all the flavors blend beautifully. Finally, I garnish with fresh coriander leaves. And that's it, our paneer yakni is ready. A perfect balance of creamy, tangy, and mildly spiced flavors. It pairs wonderfully with hot steamed rice or soft naan. This dish is not only comforting but also special enough to serve for guests or family gatherings. So here it is, rich, creamy, and delicious paneer yakni, straight from my kitchen to yours.